Okay, are we live? I think we should be. Let me just double check to make sure the sound is coming through properly for you. But I think it is. I streamed yesterday on my other channel, my Brazilian channel, and it was working. And I haven't changed anything. Yeah, it is working, so I hope it is working. I see now that it is. Hello there, fellas. How are you all doing? I saw Tsofek there on chat. Hello there, Tsofek. How are you? I hope you are all doing well, my friends. And today we're going to be playing on the Miami server, as you can see. I am already there. I want to play some Spy today for whatever reason. And I'm already here with a bunch of bots. You know, not cheating bots, but actually TF2 bots. I added bot support to the server. And Sentient free-to-play noob, which I think is Tsofek, that was there on chat. And Uncle Leo are also here with me already. But feel free to connect, my friends. You know, the IP for the server is down below in the description. Hey, and Inspector is there as well. Hello there, Inspector. Glad to have you here. Good day, good day. I hope you are doing well. And for those of you who don't know how to connect to a community server, all you have to do is you come here on the menu, on the TF2 menu, then you click here, find a game, community servers. And in the favorites tab, you see this tab here, you can click on this button, add the server, and then you paste in the IP, which should be on screen, and it is also down below in the stream description. Then it will show up for you to connect here. So yeah. Again, about bot support, almost died there. But bots are hard to trick when you're playing Spy, because they will know when you are behind them. Yeah, you see? I think they can be toned down in that regard, but in general it is kind of hard playing Spy against bots, especially when I'm not disguised, as was the case. I have to remember to disguise myself before leaving spawn. So yeah, I decided to add bot support to my servers to help people play them. You know, especially on my other Brazilian server, there was lots of requests from people to be able to play the server when it was empty. Because what would happen, and I lost my disguise there, what would happen is nobody would connect to the server because the server was empty. And because the server was empty, nobody would connect to it. You know, it's kind of like a vicious cycle. So the server would never get players actively playing on it. Oh, they're capping the point? No, the bots won. Okay, this is the war against the bots, but I think that one wasn't a bot. I think that's an actual player. Let me see. Yeah, it is. I think this one is Sofek here, this count. So, you know, it was kind of a vicious cycle in which the server would never fill up because there was no one playing there. And then someone requested me to add bots. And now the way it is configured is whenever someone connects to the server, it gets 11 bots. So there is always 12 players on the server, you know, kind of like one person, real player, and 11 bots. And whenever Uncle Lew's dancing here for us, very nice, my friend. Nice skills. Nice pelvic thrust there, Uncle Leo. Very nice. So yeah. And whenever other people connect, the bots automatically disconnect. So if only one person is on the server, we're gonna have 11 bots. If someone else connects, then we're gonna have 10 bots, and so forth until we have only players. And that's the idea, you know, to be able to have more people playing here actively. Not necessarily on all my servers, but to kind of like incentivize people to connect and keep playing on the server. I used to do that back in the day with all my servers, but people complained that the bots were disruptive. You know, back then the servers were a lot more active. You know, we had more players regularly playing on them, and really I could see the bots, you know, being a problem in that context. But nowadays, since the server is really seldom populated, you know, we don't really have many people actively playing on it, I decided to go back to how it was with the bots to help out, you know, fill up the server until someone else decides to connect. And you know, you could look at me playing here like this and think that the bots offer no challenge whatsoever, but they actually do, you know. They are not the most clever things in TF2, as you can see, but at least in terms of mechanical skill, you know, kind of like being able to aim projectiles, hit headshots, sometimes they can be a bit too hard, I think. I have them set on normal difficulty, but if you fellas need me to tone it down or tone it up because you think it is too easy, then let me know and I'll be happy to do that for you fellas. So yeah. What else are you saying there, Joker Miles? There, hello there, Joker Miles. Ah, the climate there in your city is freezy. Here it is kind of warm, actually. You know, there is a changing weather forecast for tomorrow. It is supposed to get cold tomorrow here in my region. But at least for now, it is very warm, you know. I'm even a bit surprised by that. But it is pleasant. It's not like it is too hot or anything. And Sofek just finished playing the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Very nice, Sofek. Pretty cool. I heard that game's a lot of fun. Or at least it's supposed to be a lot of fun. I heard. Let us know your opinion on it. You see, here we have Guts and Glory, you see? What are you doing, Guts and Glory? Let me see. He's trying to hit this... destroy the sentry, look at that! Guts and Glory displaying some skills there. And we also have here this soldier. He knows I'm a spy, you see? Because he saw me backstabbing the demo man, he knows I'm a spy. You know, the TF2 bots are actually pretty cool. I wish more games released nowadays with working bots. You know, it really would help out games that die quickly to stay alive, playable for longer. You know. Lots of multiplayer games nowadays release and after like 10 to 10 months no one plays them anymore. And if they had bots like this, we perhaps could play those games forever. You know, like TF2. I know there's even a mod for bots, kind of like an upgraded version of the default TF2 bot behavior. And maybe I could install that on the server, but I don't know. I try to keep the server, you know, with as few mods as needed, so I don't think I'll do that one. A bad thing about the TF2 bots is that they don't work on all maps by default. I would have to go changing from map to map, generating the navigation files for them to work. And, you know, that's a lot of work considering the amount of maps we have here on the server. You see, that's a lot of maps. So it would take me a while to do that. So yeah, maybe someday I'll get to it. But for now, if you want to play on the server by yourself and actually have the bots work, then simply switch to the oldest maps TF2 has, you know, kind of like we're here at Dust Bowl. You know, I'm not sure if Badwater has map support. I don't really know. But I know, for example, Viaduct does have bot support. Okay, if I don't disguise, I think they're always gonna see me coming from behind if I'm not disguised. Yeah, they're already looking for me. Let me go back. No, that one is actually a player. That's your last grave, you see? He connected. And as you can see, we still have 6 versus 6 players, because the bots disconnect whenever someone connects. That's the idea. They get replaced by real players. So yeah. Okay, let's try to get through here. The only thing is that if I am disguised, they really do not... you see, that one got suspicious there. I think it's because he saw me backstab the demo man. But yeah, Spy kinda breaks the bots, but if I was playing Soldier, I think I would be having a nice time with them, you know, being able to demonstrate how they work and all of that. Okay, let's get rid of this. Yeah, let's help out the other bots from my team. Okay, and let's cap the points. We have the opportunity, why not? Why not? Hey, Captain Juge is there. How are you doing, my friends? Captain Juge, Captain Juge. Happy birthday, by the way, Captain. Today is Captain Juge's birthday. How old are you today, Captain? Let me know, my friend. Happy birthday. You know, I wish you all the happiness in the world, my friend. And that you have a wonderful day today. I could not backstab that. Ah, come on. Come on. No. No, I don't wanna die. No. Okay, I have that ringer. Now I think we're gonna cap the point here. Yeah, we already have a couple people there. Let's camp their spawn. Yeah, we won here. Nice. Very nice. Happy birthday, Captain Juge. How has your day been, my friend? Let me know. How is your birthday going? Very nice. What else are you saying there? Ah, Inspector is saying that Aracaju, being a little bit over sea level, gets so much flooding around these times. Is it flooded there in Aracaju? I didn't know, Inspector. Damn, I wish things get better there in Aracaju. If you're facing floods, that's not nice. So yeah. Hey, Mboji there, asking if I saw Endless Rust 2. No, I haven't. What is it, Boji? Endless Rust 2, is that... Because when you say Rust, I think of Rust the video game. You know, that survival game. Multiplayer survival game. I don't think that's what you're talking about. What is Endless Rust 2? Let me know. Is it a movie or an animation or something like that? Please explain. I need more information. Captain is 20 years old now. Ah, so lovely, Captain. You're such a young lad. 20 years old. Damn, it's been a while since I've had 20 years old. Nowadays I am 32 years old. So it makes me nostalgic to know you are 20, my friend. Enjoy your 20s. You know, it is nice to be young. With each passing year, I'm closer to 40, and I'm starting to feel old, honestly. Okay, we did the scout here. Sentient free-to-play noob. Ah, nice. Thank you very much, Windows XP Enjoyer. Thanks a lot. It helped me out. Kill the scout. I needed that. I was gonna die there for sure. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, they have a sentry, it seems, and a heavy and a medic, but the other spy got them. Okay, what's up? Because I am with your eternal reward, I can't really disguise, and that's not good. Because I have to go take out that sentry there. Okay, let's see if I can sneak in here. Where is the sentry? Ah, it already got destroyed. Okay. We got soldier just chilling. So funny to see the bots, you know, turning around, doing bot stuff, you know, trying to emulate the behavior of real players. It's interesting, you know, when you stop to look at TF2 bots, they kind of have personality to them. I don't know if it is just the game itself that has a lot of personality, but I don't know, sometimes it seems that the way the bots were coded, you know, their behavior actually has a lot of personality. It's pretty cool, pretty nice. Okay, let's disguise here, let's do this. What else are you saying there, my friends? Let me see. Ah, an inspector is talking about the floods there in Aracaju. It happens mostly in the more northern regions of the city. Aracaju, for those of you who don't know, is a city in the northeast of Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. Just about 2 hours of rain allows us to switch to paddling on the streets. Lol, damn. I hope you can get around there, Inspector, you know, grab a boat or anything like that. Good luck with that, my friend. I hope this situation improves. Floods are no joke, you know. We are here just speaking casually, but it's no joke for you. I hope things improve there, my friend, for you. So yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get out here and do something, be a bit useful to my teammates. Engineers turtling the sentry are so funny. Even bots do that, you see. I think it's actually how, you know, TF2 was supposed to be played, you know, how Engineer was supposed to be played initially. I think it was turtling, you know, you didn't really have many options back in the day to spice things up, you know, to switch things up with Engineer. It was kind of boring. Nowadays, I'm not really a fan of Engineer, you know, it's not one of my favorite classes to play. But I'll admit it's interesting, you know, it's an interesting class. There's lots of ways to play Engineer successfully in current TF2. And that wasn't always the case, it seems. Okay, what's going on here? There's an Engineer here? No, not anymore. Okay, he's down there. Okay. Let's see if I can fake here, because there is a scout there, which is a real player. It's not only bots. Yeah, you see? Satan free-to-play noob. And now there's that heavy there. Okay, let's try to get behind the heavy. If he was a real player, he would be shooting at me, because I'm disguised as he. Okay, let's keep going here. The Engineer. I think I'll switch classes, because I think I'm kind of breaking the game, you know, since bots don't really... they don't really... suspect me, but neither did Sentient free-to-play noob, so maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm playing okay as Spy. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so, you see? Your last grape was suspicious there. Of me. Okay, what else is going on here? There's a heavy... Yeah, well, next time I die, I'm gonna switch classes, because I think it's not really fair what I'm doing here. I'm breaking the game, oh no. Okay, let's keep doing this. Nice. Center free to play denied me there. Okay. Let's switch classes. Let's play some soldier here for a change. Let's do this. So yeah, fellas, and what else? You know, new do you have to talk about? I was thinking about the upcoming summer update the other day. I saw that Squin Jim posted a video. I think he posted it today talking about it, but I didn't have the opportunity to watch it yet, you know, his video. And I want to know, are you fellas hyped for the summer update? You know, did you forget about it? You know, because I seem to be under the impression that a lot of people kind of like after that initial hype reaction to the news that an update was to come this summer, I feel like a lot of people kind of like forgot about it. The hype died down, and you know, reasonably so, because Valve pulled the rug on us. You know, they kind of toned down our expectations in a kind of a nasty manner, if I'm allowed to say that, you know. I thought that was very sneaky of them to change the blog post in which they announced the update the first time. But regardless of that, are you fellas interested on the update? Are you hyped? What are your thoughts on it? I am actually, you know, happy for it, you know. I'm looking forward to it. We are at what? The end of May 28th now. And I'm not sure when exactly the update's gonna hit. But since it is a summer update, maybe in the middle of July or something like that. Or the middle of June, at the end of June. You know, would be nice to get that. I'm gonna be on vacation from school. You know, here in Brazil it is school break in July, at least part of July. So I'm gonna have time to play the game and enjoy whatever new content comes up in that update. So I'm looking forward to it. In my original video talking about the update, I said I would be very happy if they decided to add a contract campaign to the updates. And I stand by that. I would be happy if they did that. But I'm not sure anymore if that's gonna happen, you know. I don't think so. we're probably just gonna get the new maps and some cosmetics, which is fine, you know, it is okay. It's more than what we usually get during summer. But a contract campaign, even if it was a very simple one, like we get during Screen Fortress, just kind of like go into that map and get points, you know, just that would be nice. Would give me something to do and to work for, you know, to go after those rewards and to level up my contractor and all of that. You know, it is such a shame that the contractor never got any more use than it did during Jungle Inferno, because it's a very nice system to make modular missions for TF2. And again, I think people wouldn't mind if all it was missions kind of like go there and get points, you know, that would be acceptable, I think. And then you get a hat or something like that, a war paint, you know, something simple like that, nothing fancy about it. I miss doing contracts during Jungle Inferno. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Getting the bonus objectives wasn't that fun, you know, to be able to complete the contractor. But at least getting the main objectives was a lot of fun. I really liked it. So yeah. Alright, so fact talking about the news about the John Patrick Lowry's tweet, you know, the sniper's voice actor. He made a tweet telling people to stay calm, that he was at Valve recording some voices, and the TF2 community is kind of like losing their mind to it. I saw some people on Twitter and on Reddit. I even replied to the tweet myself, saying I'm gonna stay calm, don't worry, Mr. John Patrick Lowry, I'm gonna stay calm. Don't worry. But yeah, you know, I don't know. I think people have to keep their expectations in check, because Sniper's voice actor actually voices a lot of stuff at Valve, you know. I think he voices some Half-Life characters. I think he also voices for Dota, if I'm not mistaken. There is a hero that's voiced by him, and also I think there is the announcer from the tournaments. I think he's the one that voices the announcements for Dota tournaments. So he could be at Valve doing that, you know. What got people kind of crazy about it is the fact that he said to people to not get hyped, you know, to keep calm. And usually when he goes there to do Dota stuff, that's not the sort of thing he tweets, you know. But at the same time, maybe he's telling people to remain calm, because there is no reason to think otherwise, you know, to think that he's working on TF2 stuff or anything like that. So that's why he's telling people to stay calm. I don't know. And even if he is working on TF2 stuff, it could be something very simple, like they're gonna add a new taunt into the game, which is nice. Taunts are cool. I really like taunts. TF2 taunts, they add character to the game. But maybe all he's doing is record voices for a new taunt, you know. A new sniper taunt or something like that. It could be something simple like that. So yeah, it's not, in my opinion, it's not worth losing your mind about, you know, that tweet. But it's nice. I'm happy he's getting some work at Valve, you know. He seems like a person who really likes what he does, you know. All the voice actors actually for TF2. And I'm happy whenever they get to go there at Valve and do their thing, you know. They're talented people, and they should be doing that sort of work, you know. They are good at it. So I'm happy about it. By the way, about the voice actors, I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5 recently. And I don't know if you fellas know, but Medic's voice actor, I forgot his name, also voices a character on the Metal Gear series. He voices Kazuhira Miller, which is kind of like the second main character on the current Metal Gear series. So it's very nice to see how versatile he is, you know, with his voice work. I'm always surprised by that he manages to play Medic, you know, Medic's voice, and also he manages to play a more serious character like Miller is on the MGS series, on the Metal Gear series. So yeah. Iron Skull is asking there, no crits? Yeah, Skull, this server has no random crits. It has crits if you use like the crit Krieg, you know, or some other crit giving weapon, but there are no random crits on the server. I disabled them because people would come here to play, you know, and they would complain about it, about there being random crits. Let's retreat, Uncle Leo. I don't know if Uncle Leo heard that. Well, let's retreat. I think there's a scout trying to backcap here. I saw him running. And no, I don't think. I think they went away. Okay, didn't work out. But yeah, there are no crits here on the server. Okay, let's do this because they are trying to cap here. Yeah, let me retreat a little bit to Uncle Leo so he can charge his Uber. And their Uber finishes. I'm gonna die. No. Just as the Uber went off. You're less great. Working together with the medic bots there. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, and because, you know, if people wanted random crits, they would play on casual. So I think it makes sense for community servers to not have random crits. I miss them because I personally really like random crits as a mechanic. I think they're funny. But I understand why some people don't really like them. Okay, let's play some heavy. It's been a while since I've played heavy, and I think this is a map that encourages, you know, heavy and demo man. I think they are very strong here. You see, WinXP and Jar had the same idea. They're very strong here on this map. Let's see how it goes. So yeah. And Scout's saying there, damn, how can we play without random crits? I can relate, Scout. I really like random crits as well. But, you know, it makes for more balanced gameplay. I agree to that. And because usually community servers are places where more skilled players come to play, I think they tend to prefer without random crits, you know. But I can relate to that, Scout. I myself really like random crits as well. An Inspector is talking there about the summer updates. Imagine if they do release the summer update in summer. Southern Hemisphere summer. Kind of like, for those of you who don't know, the summer here in the Southern Hemisphere, in the upside down world, is during December. You know, November, December, and January. It would be funny if Valve released the summer update during the Southern Hemisphere summer. That would be unexpected, you know. But I don't think they would do that. It's just, you know, recently that they started to localize, for example, the summer sales and winter sales here in Brazil, for example. Back in the day, we here in Brazil would be during winter in July, and Steam would be having a summer sale, you know. I think nowadays, if you have Steam set to Portuguese, which is the language you speak here in Brazil, I think it is gonna localize the text of the sale for you to not say summer, because in July we are not in summer here in Brazil, we are in winter or something like that. I think the text on the sale page changes if you change the language nowadays. But it wasn't always like that. For a long time, you know, it was just summer, even if you are in the Southern Hemisphere. So yeah. I'm not sure if Valve really cares about, you know, their worldwide public that much. Sometimes I think they mostly focus in North America and Europe, you know. You see, for example, the Steam Deck, it got released initially only first in North America and Europe. Even if nowadays it's not that hard to ship things worldwide, you know. So they only wanted to support those two markets, those two regions. I don't know. I also, for example, don't know about workshop creators from South America, Asia, Africa, you know, those regions that are not US and Western Europe that got items or maps added into the game. Because there are plenty of workshop creators from those other regions making items, but I don't recall ever seeing people from those regions getting items accepted into TF2. Sometimes it feels like it is only North America and Europe who have a chance of getting an item accepted. So I don't know if I'm talking nonsense here. If you fellas know more about that, please tell me. That was a funny ragdoll. Funny ragdoll moment, certified. Okay, yeah, got the soldier there, nice. Shotgun heavy is pretty cool, you know, the sandwich is a lot more useful, for sure. But especially when you have a medic with you, shotgun heavy can be devastating, because you don't do much damage, but you do enough damage to harm them. I know you're gonna lose, okay. Yeah, it never pays off to rush their spawn like this. Never, never, never. But yeah, shotgun heavy is fun. It is nice. Scout is talking there still about random crits. I love random crits. Random crits is my life. It's refreshing to see someone who actually appreciates random crits, you know. It's nice. I think most of the discourse around random crits is that they are unfair. And they can be unfair, but again, they're fun, you know. That's my stance on random crits. Sometimes unfair is okay because it is funny, you know. I think that can be the case with a more casual game like TF2 is, you know. I wouldn't be for random crits on a game like CSGO, for example, which is more made towards, you know, balanced competitive matches and that sort of stuff. Okay, what are we gonna play now? We are on attack. Let's play some Demo Man. Demo Man's fun. Let's do this. But yeah, on TF2 is a silly game. I think people tend to take TF2 more seriously than they should, you know. Because this is an old game, people got really good at it and, you know, really learned the game and learned to dominate the game, and that's good and all, you know. It's nice to play better, but I don't know, sometimes I think people take this game too seriously. And it never was supposed to be a serious game, you know, kind of like a balanced, competitive game. It can be, you know, competitive TF2 is nice, but casual TF2 is not supposed to be CSGO, you know, it's supposed to be funny. And random crits create those sorts of funny moments, you know, those highlights during matches. Kind of like you throw a crit sticky and you blow up 5 people. That's nice, you know, for the person throwing the sticky. But everyone can be the person throwing the stick because the crits are random. So yeah. I also think they add to the game. I am for random crits. So yeah. And Zero is saying there, TF2 is also a great competitive game. Yeah, not to say, Zero, that it isn't a great competitive game. It is great. I played some Sixes matches before, and this is a lot of fun to play in that specific format, for example. I have some friends who played Highlander as well, and I have a friend who was a caster for a competitive league here in Brazil, and it was a lot of fun to watch those matches, you know, to see the competitive meta being played and all of that. It's nice, it's cool. But I don't think TF2 has to be only a competitive game, you know. Okay, So funny to see the bots doing that. I am glad people are smarter about playing engineer nowadays, you know. But it's so funny. It's kind of like I'm watching myself play engineer. I'm not the most clever engineer. But yeah, you know, I was saying that I don't think TF2's balance should be judged or even made in regards to competitive play. You know, I think TF2 should be balanced around what is fun to play. And a lot of people don't remember, for example, because before Django Inferno there used to be a lot of balance problems, but weapons were more useful, you know. Django Inferno, Meteor Match, all those updates that made the game more balanced towards competitive improved the game in lots of ways, you know. I think they were important updates, even if I disagree with some of the changes that were made. But one thing that I think wasn't good is that they made lots of weapons kind of like unusable. There's no reason for you to equip them because they're just bad. And before that, they were bad, but they were fun to use, you know. So that's what I mean, you know. I think sometimes people worry too much about balance and they forget about fun, you know, about making gameplay fun. And especially in a game that's supposed to be casual, I think that should be the major concern here. So yeah. Especially because competitive leagues are gonna ban and forbid certain weapons, you know, and certain strategies. That's always gonna happen, I think, in regards to competitive TF2. There is no way Valve is gonna be able to balance all weapons so that they are all, you know, considered fair by the competitive crowds, I think. I'm glad that Medic was standing still. Otherwise I would not have hit that grenade. I'm a rubbish demo man. Okay, let's see, where are you gonna land? Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Let's focus on capping the point here. Oh no, there's a scout. Okay, at least I managed to hit a grenade there on Da Vinci there. Or Da Vinci. So yeah. And Inspector is saying there, random crits take out the burden of a fair match. Yeah, you know, they spice things up, I think. It's not that fair matches are boring, but random crits are nice, you know, especially for choky moments. I feel like, for example, playing on my servers, I feel like there's a lot more stalemates whenever the server is full, because we don't have random crits. Not so much on more modern TF2 maps, but on those classic maps, you know, like Gold Rush, Dust Bowl, I feel like when we have random crits disabled, there's a lot more stalemates or situations in which the teams don't progress, you know. Things get stale. So they help with that, I believe. You know, but it's a controversial mechanic. I don't know of any other shooters that have a random crits mechanic. I'm not sure. I could be talking nonsense because I'm not very familiar with a lot of modern shooters nowadays. But I think it's sort of a mechanic that did not get, you know, ported to other games. I don't know, for example, if Fortnite has random crits. I know CSGO doesn't, but other popular games, you know, does Valorant have random crits? I don't think so. Or Rainbow Six Siege, you know. I think it's mostly something that's on MMOs and RPGs, you know, random crit damage. Because then you can equip items that increase or decrease that damage, if I'm not mistaken. Or use weapons that make better use of it, I believe. Okay, what's going on here? Nah, nothing. Oh no, there's a scout here. I'm gonna die, yeah. Let me take this opportunity to check on chat there with you fellas. Hey, Hanselt is there. Hello there, Hanselt. Glad to have you here, my friend. Nice, I'm glad to have you here. It's been a while. It's also been a while since I've streamed, you know, playing TF2 like I used to do with you fellas. It's mostly because I've been working a lot, so I've been very tired, and whenever I get some free time, I just want to lay down and play something on the Steam Deck, you know. Being able to play PC games lying down, you know, on a couch or in bed is a game changer. I wasn't really giving enough credit to the Steam Deck when it was first announced. You know, I still think that the idea of a Steam Deck and the hardware that they put on the Steam Deck is really nothing groundbreaking, you know. But it's a very good product. It's well put together. I gotta give it that, you know. And the software for it, the Steam OS, is excellent. It's very good. So yeah, I haven't been playing much TF2 and streaming because of that, you know. Both work has been taking a toll on me, and because I've been playing other things on my Steam Deck, on my downtime. Nice, managed to hit some grenades there. I also been working like a dog, Hanset. Yeah, you know, it seems that this year... Ah, this is a spy. It's gonna be the work year for me, you know. I was, since the pandemic started, I got fired from one job, you know, because the school, one of the schools in which I worked had to reduce its size, you know, for cutting costs because of the pandemic and the economic crisis here in Brazil. So ever since the pandemic, I've been working less, and this year I started working more again. I got a new job, which is good, but has been, you know, making me a bit more tired. So yeah. Scout's talking there about random crits. In a sense, random crits is a part of our life. Sometimes in life there are such critiques that can change our lives. Perhaps random crit is not only a separate mechanic of the game, but also part of the concept of life and how it works. Kind of like a philosophical take there on random crits. I think that makes a lot of sense, Scal, for sure, you know. Sometimes in life, you don't expect anything and then BAM! You are destroyed. That makes sense. And even the opposite. Sometimes you don't expect to destroy, and BAM! You destroy everything, you know. Things go better than what you expect, or worse. You know, life is like that, for sure, for sure. That's a nice philosophical interpretation of random crits. I think you are correct, Scal. I think you are. But someone could say that because life has a random crit mechanic, you know, then it should not be in video games, because we play video games to escape reality, in a sense, you know. And at the same time, someone could say that it should be on video games, because it makes them more realistic, you know, it's more lifelike. So yeah, pretty interesting, pretty cool. Very nice. Hansel's asking there, how's TF2 on the deck? Or what's your most played game on it? I haven't played many first-person shooters on the deck, Hanselt. You know, because I don't really like playing first-person shooters with gamepads. I'm used to keyboard and mouse. And whenever I'm playing first-person shooters on gamepads, I feel like I'm not, you know, in my best scenario. So I haven't tried playing TF2 on the deck, but I heard gyro controls and the trackpad, that the Steam Deck has two trackpads, you know, kind of like notebook trackpads. I heard that those with the gyro control can make for good first-person shooter experiences. But I haven't really tried. I think the FPS that I play the most on the deck is 7 Days to Die, which is a zombie crafting survival game for those of you who are not familiar with it. It's a lot of fun, by the way, I recommend it. But it is kind of like a slower paced game, you know. It's not a twitch shooter like TF2 is. And because of that, it is more manageable with the joysticks. And it's very, very nice to be able to play 7 Days to Die on a portable. You know, it's a lot of fun. I really like it. But I don't imagine myself playing TF2 or CSGO or Call of Duty or any of those more fast-paced shooters on the Steam Deck, you know. And I haven't tried playing with gyro controls yet, but I don't know. I've been playing a lot of indie games. You know, the other day I was playing 20XX, which is a Mega Man X inspired roguelike. I've played Hours Awakening, which is a 2D NES platformer, you know. And currently I am playing Metal Gear Solid 5. I played both Ground Zeroes, the prequel to MGS5, and now I'm playing MGS5, which is, by the way, excellent. I'm really addicted to that game. It is very, very fun and interesting and deep, you know. There's a lot to do in it. I really like it. You know, I'm a long-time fan of the Metal Gear Solid franchise. And I really liked playing Peace Walker on the PSP, you know, MGS Peace Walker. Not kind of like Peace Walker, like in Jaretti, you know, Peace Walker. No, not like that, but Peace Walker, you know. The state of not fighting, of not being in a war. Peace Walker, okay? Not Peace Walker. That's funny. So I really like that game, and you can really see how Ground Zeroes and MGS5 are that game taken to the next level. You know, some things have been dumbed down and refined and stripped down from the PSP game. But I think in a general sense, MGS5 is a more in-depth Peace Walker from PSP. And I really liked it. You know, I think it was the next logical place to take the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Kind of like it's not really an open world game, but it is a sandbox. You have all these missions you can do in the same area, and then you move from area to area. You can call helicopter support to help you, and weapon drops from area. You can capture soldiers. There's a base building aspect to it as well. You manage your mother base, and this story is interesting. I don't know, I don't think it is the best story. You know, I think, for example, MGS3 has a more engaging story. But you know, MGS3 is a masterpiece in terms of storytelling, I believe. You know, nothing will ever beat MGS3 in terms of telling a spy story, you know. I really like that game. But it is interesting as well. There are some twists and turns here on the narrative, and that makes it kind of refreshing. I am liking it. So yeah, I think currently the game I'm playing the most is MGS5. So yeah. Z-Player is asking there, where is live Shippuden? The Shippuden live stream Z-Player is on the other channel only. Here on Old School TF2, I'm only calling it a regular live stream. It's not Shippuden. For those of you unaware, Shippuden is from the Naruto sequel, Naruto Shippuden. You know, a sequel from the original Naruto anime. And I am calling my live streams on my Brazilian channel Oh Yeah Live Shippuden. The channel is Oh Yeah Games, so Oh Yeah Live Shippuden. because I was doing regular live streams there until the pandemic. And when the pandemic started, I started streaming. I changed the name of the stream to something kind of like Corona live stream, you know, something like that. To kind of like count for how many weeks the pandemic would last. And we were doing that, you know, religiously every week to count the duration of the pandemic. And recently, the World Health Organization called off the international emergency of COVID. And because of that, I changed back the name of my streams there on my Brazilian channel. But since it was a while since we had a regular stream there and not a COVID stream, you know, to count the weeks of the pandemic, I decided to change the name to Oh Yeah Live Shippuden, you know, on my other channel. Kind of like to mark a time skip, just like there was on the Naruto anime, from the OG Naruto to Shippuden. You know, there's a time skip. The characters get older and all of that. So I wanted to have an effect like that. It was actually a subscriber who said I should do that, and I thought it was a very good idea. It was funny. So yeah. I Hanson's talking there about MGS5. Sounds like it would be nice on the deck. Yeah, it is great. It is great. Runs excellent. I haven't had any problems with performance, you know, or compatibility with MGS5. Not all games are gonna run on the Steam Deck by default, because the Steam Deck uses a Linux operating system. And the compatibility is pretty good, but there are some games, for example Destiny 2, which simply don't run because of anti-cheat or because the developers don't want it to run on Linux. I know, for example, Genshin Impact is also like that. You know, you can't play it on Linux. The devs don't allow it. The developers of the game. But MGS5 is excellent. And I get a lot of nostalgia for it because I remember playing Peace Walker on my PSP. Just like you were saying there, especially having it on the deck like Peace Walker was on the PSP. It is a fine game. Highly recommended, fellas. Pretty good. If you don't wanna give money to Konami, pirate the game, but play it. You know, because it is pretty good. I bought it on my Steam account because I prefer to do things like that. But I know a lot of people don't want to give money to Konami nowadays. So there are always other options to play games. But play it. It is very good. And runs very well on the deck. I imagine you can even make it run on more modest PCs because of that. You know, the Steam Deck is not really a powerful gaming PC, and it can run it fine, you know. So it's very nice. Pretty good game. I should say there, old school TF2 lore. Yeah, old school TF2 lore. Talking about the Oh Yeah Games channel, my other channel, you know. There's actually a lot of lore, you know, in regards to my YouTube presence. Here on Old School TF2, the channel is relatively recent. But there on Oh Yeah Games, I've been making videos and producing content, you know, making TF2 videos and all of that for 10 years now. So I've been a hobbyist YouTuber for 10 years already, you know. It is interesting to think about that, because I wouldn't say I am a successful YouTuber, because I never managed to turn this into my profession, you know, to kind of like make a living out of making TF2 videos. But at the same time, I don't think I failed, because I managed to gather a community, you know. I have fun doing what I do. I like making content and playing with you fellas and managing the servers for people to play on. So I don't know, I think I'm kind of in between in regards to success and failure. And I'm always impressed when I think about, for example, people who started at the same time that I did, kind of like 10 years ago. Ah, come on, those tickets didn't hit anyone. But as I was saying, people who started at about the same time as I did, and nowadays they have kind of like channels with 1 million subscribers, with 500,000 subscribers, you know, very well-known channels. It always makes me curious about, you know, what did they do differently than I did that led them to that huge success. Not in the sense that I would like to change the way I did things on my channel. I don't think I would, even if I got a second chance. I think I'm where I want to be, you know, right now. But I'm always curious by that, you know. Some of them I know what they did, because it is quite obvious, you know. They kind of like became drama channels, and for whatever reason, people really like to watch drama content on YouTube. That gives you lots of views. And getting into, you know, beef with other YouTubers and getting into YouTube fights, you know, that sort of stuff. And that I didn't want to do. I don't think that's fun. You know, it can be fun to watch people going at each other from time to time, but I didn't want to make my channel about that. I don't know. I don't think it would be good for my mental health. So yeah. But I've been doing this for 10 years now. It's a lot of time. If you look for Oh Yeah Games on YouTube, you'll probably find my other channel if you're curious. Go check out my older videos and you'll be able to see how much I aged in these 10 years. You know, I'm getting old. I'm getting old for sure. And Dope there saying, say hello to Brazil. Hello there, Brazil. Brazil, zil. Very nice to have more people from Brazil here playing TF2 and watching TF2 on YouTube. Always nice. TF2 community here in Brazil is welcoming in general. I have a very good experience with people from Brazil playing TF2, you know. There are the bad apples everywhere, but in general the Brazilian TF2 community is pretty nice. People are good. Okay, I'm gonna die here. Yeah, no way I'm escaping that heavy there. Delicious cake, even taunted. Even the bots taunt after killing you. You see how ingrained that is in TF2 culture. Very funny. I'm Hansel saying there, success and failure in this case is relative to the individual. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. I'd say the fact that you do it is a success. It gives you something to learn and improve. I saw a nice quote. Don't climb Mount Everest for the world to see you, but for you to see the world. Ah, that's a very nice quote, Hansel. Very nice. Yeah, I try to live my life like that, you know. I think that makes a lot of sense. I've seen a lot of people come and go, you know, in the YouTube space over the years, you know, in regards to making TF2 videos here in Brazil. And a lot of people were kind of like making videos because they wanted to be large channels, you know, to have mainstream success. And there's nothing wrong with that goal, with wanting to do that. But it's not easy, and it really sometimes feels like it is random, you know, whoever manages to make it into a large successful channel, you know. So I saw a lot of people getting discouraged over the years and abandoning, you know, their channels, stop doing what they were doing, you know, because they felt a bit disappointed on their channel growth. And I think one way to avoid that is to kind of like not have that as a goal. My goal, for example, is to have fun, you know, to enjoy myself doing what I like to do. And that's why I think I managed to do this for 10 years now, you know. And also I'm a bit lazy, so I don't really try to make overproduced videos. Even when I make a more serious or special video, you know, it's usually kind of like not something on the level of Lazy Purple, for example. I do simpler stuff. You know, my most produced video, I'd say, is kind of like the usual Spike Mike video, for example, which is well produced, but you can see it is a video put together, you know, in a reasonable amount of time. You know, it is well made, but it is not kind of like full of source filmmaker animations and all of that crazy stuff, which takes a lot of time and work to make. So yeah, and because of this laziness of mine, I don't want to work too hard on TF2 videos. I think I've managed to put out content on a more regular basis, because I see a lot of people fail to realize that YouTube is really a numbers game, you know, in terms of how much content you can put out in the same amount of time. Of course, quality matters. If you are making really bad content and only that, you are not gonna go anywhere. But you have to put out a lot of videos, you know. There was a time in my channel, I think about 2017 or something like that, on my Brazilian channel, that I was publishing, what, 2 or 3 videos per week. You know, that was the time where my channel saw the fastest growth. If I managed to keep that up, maybe I could someday, you know, become a professional. But it was a lot of work, you know, even making gameplay videos, which usually don't take that much effort to edit and all of that. But yeah, you know, it is a numbers game. You have to post a lot of content. Okay, let's see if I can push that demo man back, because he's there with the medic. I can't hit a single grenade. Ah, come on, I wish I knew the angles here. They're protecting themselves very well there. So yeah, you know, it's interesting to look back at how I went about making my YouTube career, you know, and think about it. Because I might not have made the best decisions from a business standpoint, but I like where I am right now. You know, made a lot of friends like you fellas, you know, and that makes me very happy. So yeah. And thank you very much, fellas, for playing here. I think we had a lot of fun. The bots were a nice addition to the server for sure. So I'm gonna keep them on the server. Again, remember that if you connect to the server and it is empty, then 11 bots will connect to play with you. So you can keep playing until more people connect. So keep that in mind next time you want to play on my servers. I think that will help you fellas out. So yeah, fellas, I'll be finishing stream right now. I've been playing for about 1 hour. That's usually for how long I do my streams. And thank you very much for coming, you know, to play, to chat, to have some fun. I really appreciate all of you being here. And I hope you have a wonderful week. If all goes well, we should be able to stream again next Sunday. I'll try to do that. I think this week I'm gonna be a bit more relaxed in regards to work. I think I'll be able to have less work to do this week. So maybe next Sunday we can stream again. But regardless of that, thanks a lot, fellas. I love all of you. Here's a big heart for you, my friends. And have a wonderful week. Bye-bye, everyone.